Hi there, I'm Randy, the head of design at Grab. And at Grab, we believe good design leads to good user experience. That's why our team's mission is to create experiences that you will love and use every day. If you open the Grab app now, you'll see the work of our design team everywhere. From how the home screen is arranged, to the flow of steps when you book a ride or order GrabFood, down to every icon, word, and sound. It's a huge undertaking across our product design and content design teams, design systems, user experience engineering, and design strategy and research. I'm going to hand it over to them to share with you the ABCs of how we serve our consumers and partners through user-centric design. Okay, over to you, team.
Thanks, Randy. If I had to describe what the DSR team does, at its core, it's about deeply understanding our users. We seek to champion the voice of our users and help establish empathy for them in Grab. When we serve a region as diverse as Southeast Asia, we have to know the unique needs and preferences of our local consumers and partners. For instance, did you know the way that users like to browse and receive information differs by location? We found that users in Singapore prefer bigger images and more spaced out content, while in Indonesia there is a bias for more content packed into a smaller space. In another instance, we realized that some consumers may view Grab as a more transactional app for food delivery and rides, but we'd really like to evolve to become more of a lifestyle app and help consumers with different parts of their lives. So we ran a WhatsApp diary study where we collected texts and images to understand consumers' online and offline behaviors and how this influenced their use of the Grab app. With these learnings, our product teams were able to brainstorm different ways to engage consumers. Ideas included helping consumers to plan activities in advance, such as scheduling rides or planning shopping lists. Going to the ground to speak with our users can help us uncover the nuances of how the environment impacts their behavior. We shadow them for an entire day to get a 360 view of their habits in their environment. This way, we can learn when and where they would use our app, what the opportunities were to reduce friction in their experience, and be able to probe into the feedback immediately if they encounter an issue. Due to the COVID pandemic, however, we've had to pivot and adapt how we gathered these insights and feedback. We transitioned to conducting research online, and while there were technical challenges, it's always a gratifying and learning experience to speak with our users and hear what they have to say firsthand. And now, as you can imagine, there is a ton of data and insights on our users' pain points that DSR and other teams are continually gathering. DSR has led an initiative called Open Spaces, which connects data from sources such as user research, as well as consumer and partner feedback and surveys. The goal is to help Grab focus on the most important user problems and see how they are interconnected so that as a company, we can innovate and solve these problems more strategically. At the end of the day, the insights that we gather are simply the building blocks to our products and services.
That's right, Maddie. To create a better user experience, understanding our users really help us identify problems or opportunities to solve for. For instance, we realized that social sellers were large but underserved Grab customer segment. They use Grab Express to deliver their product, but our order form for delivery wasn't providing the best experience. So after talking to them, we found out that social sellers in Indonesia were having a hard time collecting addresses from their customers. They had to create their own makeshift forms, copy over customer details bit by bit to the Grab app. All this manual work was really tedious and preventing them from sending parcels. To add to the problem, postal codes work differently on different countries. In Singapore, it pinpoints to an exact location, but in Indonesia, it refers to entire sub-districts. We took these learnings and designed the delivery form features where a seller can create a form on the Grab app and send the link to their customers. After the customer fill in the detail, it's automatically recorded on the seller's app. The result: happy users. Another recent project that I work on with my team is to redesign the driver app home screen. We decided that after 3 years, it's really time to reassess the driver app foundation so that it can support our expanding service types. After rounds of user research across Singapore, Jakarta, Ho Chi Minh, and also talking to over 30 drivers and carefully experimenting with our beta groups, we've come up with a new design that improves our partner experience as well as providing a sustainable platform for other Grab services to be built on. Driver partners can now find the primary features that they use within reach on a more vibrant screen and get reminded or alerted when they have an uncompleted task. Post rollout, we did another research, and the driver that we spoke to loved it. And we plan to continue iterating the design and features with their collaboration in mind.
So on top of understanding our users and figuring out how to solve their problems, we must be able to converse well with them on various platforms. At the core of any interactive experience really is a conversation between Grab and our users. Without clear, concise and helpful language in our apps, we can barely get anything done. That's where content design comes in. It's the design of an experience with language. In fact, 8 different languages for 8 diverse markets with various cultural considerations. Let me share an example of how powerful words can be in the user experience. In Vietnam, there was a usability testing to see if GrabFood users could have an easier time selecting their past orders within the food page, specifically for the order again feature. For the words order again, it worked well as a crisp and clear heading to introduce the features. Having it as a button scared users right away. Am I confirming an order right away just by tapping this blue button? That's what they were wondering. So our content designer, who localizes for the Vietnam market, tested a different call to action, add to basket. People understood and right away and they felt more assured about what would happen next. But wait, it's not just the literal words on screen that shapes the user's experience. While your suite of services expand non-stop, how do you keep the experience tight, unified and holistic? It's important to structure the way we write in a unified way that represents Grab while being user-friendly, which is why we spend about 12 to 14 months working on a product content style guide and a product content glossary. By being clear on how we sound in our apps, all the way down to which words we use and with which context for which services, we are strengthening the way we communicate as Grab through our products. Have you ever wondered when we say transaction instead of payment, or when we say order instead of booking? By having clarity on all of these language-related topics, we are on the way to sounding more like one Grab, while keeping it easy for users to understand and get things done for their everyday lives.
Victoria and Karlton shared some really awesome projects we've worked on, and you might have heard them mention user testing a few times. The way for us to know whether our product and content designs work goes back to listening to our users and getting feedback from them. We do this several ways: by collecting data, testing with smaller groups of partners and consumers, or by running larger experiments. Within Grab, we have an internal user panel where we get fellow Grabbers to help test the user flow, designs, and messaging to get early and quick feedback in a secure manner. We also have a similar panel of merchant partners, and we're looking to expand to include a driver panel as well.
With the many products, services, and stakeholders that we manage every day, it's important that our team is able to approach design in an efficient and scalable way. The design system team ensures that our team has the tools and resources to deliver consistently. For example, we provide the teams with foundational design guidelines such as typography, spacing, colors, and interaction patterns. We also maintain systems like component and design asset libraries, design documentations, and user insights, so teams can get started on important design work right away.
UXE or User Experience Engineering team works hand in hand with design system team to empower the entire design team and meet their needs. We build a suite of platforms and tools to support the whole design process, from prototyping, localization and content, to usability testing and research. This includes 2 areas. First, we enable high-fidelity prototyping that is more sophisticated with features like mobile sensors, camera, QR code scan, animations or micro-interactions, and more to support different kinds of design projects and prototyping needs. This speeds up the testing and gets the final product out to users as soon as possible. For example, we've built the venue map interactions prototype and tested it with several users before launching the feature. Second, we build a custom systems and tools. This includes Design Assets Library, which provides a single platform to search for illustrations assets, and User Insights Library for research insights.
Thank you, team, for sharing. And if I could add one last point, it's that what we do is fulfilling and fun. We find great satisfaction and joy in understanding users' problems and needs and helping to solve them, in finding opportunities and helping people realize them. We're truly blessed and privileged to work alongside so many talented engineers, product managers, and other Grabbers who have big hearts to serve and the humility to keep learning. Within the design team, we learn from one another at our regular Design Thursday sharing sessions, and we will keep striving to do better, iterating to create the best user experience that people will love and use every day. So next time you open our Grab app, take a closer look at how we shape your experience through design and content. And if you have feedback, we'd love to hear from you.